Okay, so here's a question that a lot of parents probably think about most of the time. Are young children spending too much time on digital technology?
Yes, I do. I have a smartphone. Play games. Star Wars.
Well, 3 students from Nanyang Technological University think so they conducted a survey to find out. They spoke to over 500 parents of primary school students, and they found that 90% of their children use some sort of device every day, like a computer, tablet device, or smartphone. So determined to help the children better manage their use of digital technology, they started a project called Screensavers. So to tell us more about it are 2 of the founders of the project, Karis Peck and Marlene Tan. So ladies, thank you for coming today.
Thank you.
So your project, the focus is Generation Z, very young children who were born maybe in the year 2005 onwards. But they were born with complete technology, means they don't actually know a world without having a smartphone or a TV or the internet. So what inspired you to come up with this?
Yeah, so basically the reason why we came up with this is because, like what you said, we observed like a lot of children using their smartphones at restaurants, at public locations, and then we felt like we wanted to do a campaign to step in and help these children to manage, because when it's managed well, actually there are a lot of positive effects that digital technology devices can bring about. Yeah.
So yes, there are pros and there are cons. So the pros are that they become a lot more internet savvy and they learn very interactively. But what are the cons that you see apart from not spending enough time with their families?
So we have actually conducted surveys with parents of primary school children, and we have actually gotten responses from them through our open-ended questionnaire. And the top concern that parents actually raised is that their children are using using technology too excessively. Okay. And the other concerns that they have raised is actually inappropriate exposure to inappropriate content, as well as addiction and eyesight problems.
Okay, so you also found that 2 in 5 parents feel that the use of digital technology affects their communication with their children. In what way?
So as mentioned previously by Marlene, some of the negative effects that come about are like excessive use and addiction. And a lot of times parents find that, when the children are using their computer too much, they are stuck in their rooms, they are facing the screen, and then they are not spending enough time communicating face to face, and it may also lead to problems, social interaction issues. Yeah.
So your project, you came up with a few tips to help parents and children. Yeah. So what are they?
So we have actually came up with 6 tips, and just to name a few, so we have this tip that is called Not Too Long, which is to encourage parents to set a healthy duration for their children's digital technology use. And another tip, which is Share Your Screen. We want to encourage parents and children to share their screen during their digital technology usage, and also to share and talk about what websites they visit and what are the interesting things they've come across. Okay. And another one would be Make the Right Click, where we want to encourage children to make safe and to use internet safely and wisely.
Okay, yeah. What would the other tips be then?
So the other tips are like bring the fun out. For example, asking parents to bring their children outdoors. Yeah, for example.
So lead a more healthy and active lifestyle.
Yeah,
and the rest just stay at home.
Yeah. And the rest of the tips can be found online on our website.
Yeah.
Okay. And you also have a booklet, right?
Yeah.
That you're working on?
So this booklet, we are going to upload it next week. We haven't actually launched it, so this is actually a pic of what the booklet will look like. Okay. Yeah, and so it's basically for parents and children to read together and to guide parents and to guide children on how digital technology can be managed better to harness the positive effects that it can bring about.
So you're trying to bring this campaign out to the public. You've organized some activities in February. What are they?
Yeah. So in February, we are going to have exhibition and art and craft activities at public libraries, namely Jurong West Library, Choa Chu Kang Library, and Cheng San Library. And we're also going to have reach out to primary schools, as well as a Screensavers Day Out. So this Screensavers Day Out will have a Screensavers Trail. It is a non-competitive trail for parents and children to take part and to learn more about managing digital technology.
So far, the parents you've spoken to, what has their reception been to your project? Have they been receptive to it?
Yeah, so we spoke to a lot. We actually conducted some focus groups with parents, and we have also engaged with some parents through Facebook. So basically, a lot of parents have agreed that this is really like an important issue, and a lot of parents have been reading up about it, but some of them say that, you know, sometimes they find it difficult to practice. So other than giving them tips, we do hope that this campaign is an avenue for parents and children to practice this together. Yeah.
So I hear that this is your final year project.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, a lot of projects, they kind of fade away after you graduate. How do you intend to keep this going?
Yeah. So actually for this project, as you understand, like, because it's a student project, sometimes it's hard to keep it going, but for us, you know, we put so much into it and we see this issue as something that will go on for some time. We hope that it will continue, and other than making sure that there's resources and adequate reception for this campaign, we hope that we may be able to pass this on to future generations of students after we graduate, so that they can carry the campaign on. Yeah.
All right, thank you very much, ladies.
Thank you.
Two very inspiring ladies, Karis and Marlene, young Singaporeans who started a campaign to get children to adopt healthy digital habits. Now,